Huber in the morning on 100.7 The Bay.
You, Miles? Miles is yellow now. That's cool. NBD. Just changed colors on me. It is time. We're going to take a deep dive into January 3rd. Let's do it.
It's Huber in the mornings on this day on 100.7 The Bay.
That's right. That's right. We're going to walk down memory lane. We are going to reminisce. We are going to listen to clips, and you can play along at 410-584-100.7. A little segment we like to call Miles is ready and Dub is ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? I hope so, because yeah, it's the first one of 2024. We go.
Hopefully the last.
I hadn't done it in a while, and I knew you missed it.
Yeah,
I was reading it all over your face. I'm like, wonder if he's ever going to just slide the pots up and down real fast and make everything sound horrible. I really miss it. I could see that written across your forehead, so I figured I'd get into it today. I love this. We have a story here about the Dave Matthews Band, and it doesn't involve them emptying out their poop cabinet on a bridge. It's rare that we get to talk about them when it doesn't reference splattering feces on a passerby.
Those are the two stories.
That's it. This is a good one, though. Not this song. Story's good. Song, not so good. I will say, look, I went to high school from 90 to 95, and I went to college from 95 to 99. The Dave Matthews Band is like that cousin you don't really like, but he's your family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, there he is again. Gonna have to hang out with him at Christmas. That's how it is with the Dave Matthews Band. I can't get rid of him.
What I like about the Dave Matthews Band is, like, if their first couple of albums was their only discography, I think they're carried it out on people's shoulders every day.
They're Nirvana, they're Zeppelin, they're Hendrix. If it's just Under the Table and Dreaming and the one with Crash,
yeah,
they're heaven sent. But then they did this.
Yeah.
And the poop thing.
Read the story.
All right, the Dave Matthews Band becomes the first major artist to release a song on Napster when I Did It debuts on a controversial file sharing platform. The problem is, this story's a little misleading because Napster was a controversial file sharing platform. But by the time this song came out on it, it was a subscription service, and nobody cared.
No, it's because Lars beat him to death with that awful drum from Saint Anger.
That was good.
Thank you.
First of all, poor Napster picking this to launch their platform. I mean, if it was satellite, we're still buying from Napster.
So the problem with this is this story's going to happen right after the first two great albums.
Right.
And then we're getting right into the third and the fourth, and it gets real dicey for the Dave Matthews Band, and they just needed something.
Yeah. And look, I've said this once. I've said it 1,000 times. When Napster came out, I was so sick of spending $25 a CD at Sam Goody that I didn't care. Lars, I'm so sorry that I spent $75 on 3 CDs from you prior to Napster, and now I'm going to download the next one. Let's just call it a wash.
Load, reload,
right.
Totally worth it.
Right. I don't know, man. And then, also, by the time Napster came out, we already had iTunes in our life. And iTunes was just a significantly better product.
Yeah, crisper.
Right. And, iPods existed. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was all synergy. Maybe if you had a Zune, you'd be getting into Napster. You remember the Zune?
It's going to be the iPod killer, baby.
Microsoft's iPod killer, the Zune. I wonder if I could even buy a Zune right now on eBay or something.
I bet you could. There's a hipster down in Hamden that has
with
one.
A Zune. I'm the idiot that bought a Pono. You know what that is?
I have no clue.
That was Neil Young's, it sounded really good. MP3, or not even MP3, FLAC was the file. Yeah, oh yeah. I still have it came in like a wooden box that was like engraved. I think Neil Young's tears were soaked into the wood or something. I don't know.
Every time you start it up, heart of gold.
Yeah, I did that. I think it might even be in my desk over here.
No.
I have to look. And it was a triangle shape, real convenient. Looked real cool in your pocket.
Right. What's jabbing me in the thigh?
What are you carrying around, a Toblerone? With some headphones plugged into it?
Oh, my God. Give me a date. The Toblerone line's the best one we're going to come up with.
Chris from the Eastern Shore, spinning around on his roller skates with some sort of a sequin gold top, said 01, and I'm going to go with that.
2001.
Woohoo!
That's I want you to put your hand.
Oh, my God! Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
That is correct. That is correct.
Maybe that's foreshadowing.
That is correct.
That's the fact, Jack.
All right. All right, we're going to... no, we're not doing that.
No.
We're not.
Why?
It's too long. We're going to do this.
Okay.
We're going to hang out with some Shine Dizzle when we come back. Part 2 of the radio sensation, Sweeping the Nation. I love that song. I will sing it to the heavens. I know that this is time for Part 2 of the radio sensation, Sweeping the Nation. But I just have to, I got to get something off my chest.
Okay.
What is the Halley's Comet too late? Is it a reference I just don't understand?
I don't know.
What does it even mean? It'd be like me saying, hey, Steve, man, I'm so sorry I was late this morning, but I just saw Halley's Comet too late. And you'd be like, oh, I get it, dude. Trust me, been there. I've been there. Right? Or, honey, I know we've been trying to work it out, but I just think we're going to have to separate. Well, what happened? Can you tell me what happened? Just saw Halley's Comet too late. Like, no, but what does it mean? 410-584-100.7. If maybe it's just something for intelligent people. Maybe it's like a book reference or something that a dummy like me doesn't understand. But every time I hear that, I'm like, who's taking that line and being like, oh, dude, you're cool. I get it.
Judy Blume.
I don't get it at all. It's time!
On this day. It's Huber in the mornings on this day on 100.7 The Bay.
Hey, sorry, I didn't prep this. I didn't read this. I'd seen Halley's Comet too late. Never got a chance to read part 2 here, so sorry about that.
3 examples is enough.
It is time for part 2 of the radio sensation Sweeping the Nation. Thank you to everybody playing along at 410-584-100.7. Please continue to do so as we move on to part 2 of It's Time. Whoops. The Arsenio Hall show debuts in syndication, bringing a spate, huh? Okay. That's another word. Maybe it's like the Halley's Comet thing. I don't know that one. Of contemporary musical acts, including many hip-hop artists, to late night during its 5-season run. Highlights include Mariah Carey's national TV debut and a 1992 appearance by Bill Clinton, who uses his airtime to win over young voters on his way to the White House. You remember what he did?
No.
Played the saxophone.
Really?
Yeah, on the Arsenio Hall show.
He's an alto guy?
I don't know, not Kenny G style, whatever the next one up is.
Gotcha.
The one with the little hook at the bottom. But I loved this show. The energy was awesome. I'm telling you, you stand up, you pump your fist, go, woo, woo, woo. That was the big thing with the Arsenio Hall show.
Well, what he did, so this is like a 2-minute clip that we're listening to.
Yeah.
And for 1 minute after the intro, he's just shaking hands and hugging the fans.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going crazy.
I'm telling you, the show was like a party. It felt like a party. And it had contemporary guests. It wasn't stuffy. And it didn't have the, like, 2 old white guys in suits going, like it was a party. I'm trying to, I don't know when this came out. I guess that's what we're about to discover together, provided we don't, see Halley's Comet too late. But I just remember this feeling more like it was kid targeted, and probably not like young kid, but like, young adult targeted. And Bill Clinton was smart to use that as a vehicle to like reach people who probably weren't paying attention to politics.
It's a nice blending of genres with politics, with something that's super popular and, hip with the young people.
You also got to realize, though, at the time, Fox was like the irreverent network. You know what I mean? The networks were the big suit and tie networks, and Fox was like The Simpsons and Homie Don't Play That with In Living Color, and you know what I mean? It was like a little more, I don't know, just younger, hipper, urban, contemporary. Like it was cool.
Right. Now we got Fox News.
I know. And then one day it decided to do a complete 180. But yeah, I mean, this was fun, man. And to this day, I can remember going, ooh, ooh, ooh. So stupid, but it was great. Got a lot of input here at 410-584-100.7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people all agree on a year. And we haven't had Randy so far in 2024.
Well, we kind of did.
We did by accident when I clicked the wrong button, yeah. Should I just go with it? You tell me.
I mean, do we have an update on Haley's Comet before we get Does anybody know that line?
Somebody did. Well, yeah, we know what it is. Somebody explained what Haley's Comet is. I understand that.
I'm so glad Brent Smith texted in to 410-584-100.7.
I know that Haley's Comet's a real thing. I don't understand why seeing it late would make so. That's what I don't get. Now I'm mad at that person. Haley's Comet is a real thing.
Yeah, no. We're just trying to figure out too late. I actually didn't know what he sang after that.
And you can't see it too late because once it goes by, it's gone. So if you see it, then you see it. It's impossible to see it too late. Does that make any sense?
Right. What was that?
Now matter. I don't even think that's a real word. All right, 1989.
1989.
That is correct. That is correct. That is correct.
I want you to put your hands together and welcome him to the stage. Big round of applause for Jackson Heights' own Mr. Randy Watson. Yes! That's the fact, Jack! It's a trap!
All right. That was the most all over the place edition of On This Day ever. You're going to listen back to that later and have to edit it. And you're just going to implode. You're just going to become a puff of smoke at your desk.
So we had Huber at like 40% yesterday. Where are we at today?
The other 160. We got 100% of today plus 60% that was missing yesterday. I don't know how that happened, but